Resident Evil is a franchise known for its resource management, hoarding ammo to make sure you can take on all the horrors in the game. But what would happen if every ammo drop just disappeared? That's the question I'm asking today. Can you beat Resident Evil 8 without picking up any ammo? Oh, well, on the hardcore difficulty, this is the hardest Resident Evil challenge I have truly attempted, using a bunch of strategies we will cover later on in this run. But let's get into Resident Evil 8. We start with some Tim Burton looking graphics, with a truly on-the-nose fairy tale that won't at all foreshadow the whole game. With story time over, I yeet my child to bed so I can have a romantic dinner with my wife. I have the stew, and she has 7.62 caliber piercing round. Chris shows up, takes my baby, and knocks me out. What, did you expect a specific saying here? Well, you're not getting it, alright? I wake up in a crashed car, and my baby's still gone. So I move on, where I find this old guy who gives me a pistol and then takes a trip to the attic. On the other hand, I fall through the floor where this guy steals both my fingers. It's okay though, they're the least useful. With that out of the way, we make our way to the village where I take on a horde of lichen. This section is really easy. I can grab the shotgun and wait underneath the house, picking up some crafting mats like rusty parts and gunpowder. These are going to be the only way I can obtain extra ammo throughout the challenge. After that, I can use this door exploit to hold lichens in a single spot to waste time until the sequence ends. We head over to Lucia's house where I can pick up a landmine. Now these aren't ammo, they can't be put in a gun, meaning they're fair game. The same can be said about pipe bombs. Lucia's house is just an interactive cutscene, meaning I can get out of there by grabbing the key items for the castle. Here we meet the big bads of the run, collected all at a meeting trying to figure out how to kill me. Thankfully, I luck out and get another chase sequence that I can do in my sleep. And finally allowing us to truly start the main game. The castle has a lot of dangers. The main problem that I have to focus on is the three daughters. These three are basically mini boss fights and will munch my ammo away. Thankfully, we do unlock the merchant, a huge help to the run as I can upgrade the capacity of my guns and basically pay for ammo, as the merchant will give me a free refill with every capacity upgrade. This will mean that I need as much treasure as I can get my hands on, turning this game into a scavenger hunt around the castle for all the goodies. But first, we have the very first boss of the run, this vase. So in Resident Evil 8, some crates are randomly generated, meaning every time you open them, they can have a random selection of items. But they also reset every time you die or reload a save, meaning saving the game and then breaking a crate, I can turn ammo into money. With some patience, and if I'm really lucky, I can even get crafting items re-rolled in here. We quickly make it to the dungeon where another tedious manipulation rears its ugly head. Resident Evil 8 has enemies that are tethered to a very specific spot, like enemies located here in the dungeon. Everyone down here are tethered to the downstairs section, meaning if they go upstairs, their programming tells them to stop attacking and go back to their anchor point, meaning I can trick these guys into coming upstairs, and then when they go back down the stairs, I can knife them. The only issue with this is it will take a really long time, which is great and not bothersome at all. Thankfully, y'all are on YouTube and you'll just get this jump cut. And here we are at Daniela. Here we start by shooting the glass and dropping some mines, following up with a couple of shotgun blasts. I do get hit, meaning I have to craft up some goop juice. I lay in with my pistol, taking a couple more hits, but finish her off, allowing me to get the wine bottle and head back to the merchant, where I can upgrade the shotgun's capacity and its firepower, while buying the shotgun shell blueprint, allowing me to craft them. I can grab the courtyard key and make my way into the bloody river to slowly stab a bunch more enemies. I hate this challenge. I do craft some more shotgun shells while doing this, since we are going to be coming up on another daughter fight. But before that, we have to get around the big Lady D. That sounded more wrong than I wanted it to. Anyway, I've played this game too much and know how to dodge her, although Ethan does get his hand cut off in the process, so that sucks for him. But I don't really have time to worry about that, since we have to fight Cassandra now. Just kidding, we have more enemy stalling to do. I genuinely hate doing this.
It's slowly eating my soul and my life force from my body.
Cassandra has this gimmick, making sure we open the roof to weaken her. While my first strategy was to completely empty out my pistol and shotgun, then knife her, it didn't work out. But that's when I realized I had pipe bombs in my inventory and basically used the same strat. Emptying my pistol now with an upgrade in firepower, and then empty out the shotgun, following it up with a pipe bomb and winning the fight. After that, I head down to the merchant where I can pick up another upgrade for the pistol, giving me 12 extra bullets to work with, which I'll need for the bell room. After unlocking the bell puzzle, I will have access to one of the best weapons in the game, the sniper rifle. I'll explain why later. As for right now, I need to find and kill Bella for my last key item. Before that, I do need to go get some cleanup around the castle done, collecting treasures I may have missed, so I can make sure I'm as beefed up as I possibly can for the Lady D fight after Bella. I also find out that the extended mag mod for the Levy pistol will give me a total of 22 free pistol bullets, so I buy that and hang on to it so when my pistol runs dry, I can reload it with that part. I also buy the sniper bullet schematic here. I find out that this recipe is actually really cheap and will give me 4 rounds per craft, making the sniper our main boss beater for this run. Bella is super easy with a couple of pipe bombs supplied from the room itself. With a mix of shotgun and pistol bullets, we make quick work of her, meaning we just have to take out Big Lady D. I probably should stop. This fight starts off with me using the pistol, now with the mag upgrade to get Lady D into the sky. Once there, I shift to my sniper to get her out of the sky and then lay in some extra damage when she's stunned. I then craft up some mines, lay them on the ground while avoiding her attacks, rinse and repeat till her second stage. Here I use the rest of my sniper rounds on her, and once out you can give her a small hug, something the internet would probably kill for. Here she can't really hit us and I can knife my way to the first major boss victory of the run. It just literally cost me everything. I am homeless now. After departing Lady D's castle, we meet up with the Duke, where I find out our daughter has been broken up into 4 pieces and I'm gonna have to use this special KitchenAid to mix her parts all back together in order to bake my baby back to life. That, kids, is how babies are made. The Duke then invites me to cook up some real food. This mechanic of the game is gonna be a real lifesaver, as increasing my max health and max block power will save our crafting mats for ammo rather than using them on healing. While still at the Duke, I upgraded the shotgun's capacity along with grabbing the pipe bomb schematic and heals for good measure. Next up is some busy work around the village, collecting new treasures that I have opened up and collecting some new key items. Highlights are the M1911 that I can pick up for even more ammo and upgrade capabilities, and the pig that gives me quality meat for cooking. I grabbed the key upgrade from the Jiminy house, and now we can move on to Donna's territory. Thankfully for us, Donna's area of the map is basically scripted and takes away all our guns, meaning I'm not wasting any of my ammo here, so after dealing with some Silent Hill Nightmare Baby, we stab Donna in the face with the rusty scissors, then we can clean up this area. With new unlocked areas, we can grab a new shotgun along with more treasure. Next up is Moreau's territory. Thankfully, the Alpha Lycan is really easy to dodge, allowing me to pick up the grenade launcher in one of the buildings. Along with picking it up, I also unlocked the crafting recipe, with it being the cheapest out of the bunch, making for another main gun for our run. We make it to Maroon's lair, where I take another piece of my baby and meet Moreau. He has just a little social anxiety, so when we meet, he just vomits everywhere. He vomits so much that I have to start running before I am literally suffocated by it. I grab the boat key while dodging all the Lycans because I'm the Juke King, and make it to the boat where I can take a boat ride. Thankfully, Shamu is performing today, since that's the real reason I actually came out here. After some more exploring, I run into Chris. I wanted to question him about, killing my wife, kidnapping my daughter, a very normal conversation, but Shamu cuts the conversation short as he blasts through the entire building. I resurface along with Moreau. He has decided to truly overcome his social anxiety and comes out of his shell. Too bad that was the worst decision he could ever made, cause his true self is ugly as shit. Like, so bad that he sees his reflection in the water and starts vomiting again. Then he falls into the water and turns into a giant fish. Opening the gate to the reservoir is super easy, as this is basically another scripted section, meaning we can meet up with the Duke again right before the Moreau fight. Here I can upgrade the shotgun capacity. For the boss fight, I also obtained the extended mag for the M1911, meaning even more free ammo. Now for the Moreau fight. This fight was a struggle to find the right strategy. I died a bunch of times trying to nail a strategy, and I ended up falling on this. I start the fight by throwing a pipe bomb, then laying down some mines, followed up with some shotgun blasts. I followed up with yet another pipe bomb, coupled with more shotgun shells. I run around the arena grabbing all the goodies, camping by an explosive barrel to hit him with when he charges at me. By this point, he goes into his first speed of the fight. Once he falls down, I find a spot to set up more mines. Once again, hit him with the last few shotgun shells. I can't by my last explosive barrel, setting it off so I can hit him with an explosive round. Then I set up my last mine, leading into my last explosive round. The rest of the fight is now me using the sniper rifle, looking for any openings that I can get until he finally goes down. I'm not kidding you when I say this boss nearly took me an hour and 20 minutes to complete, but now Moreau is finally dead and we can head out of the reservoir and back into the village for some more chores. Right before leaving the reservoir, I gain access to the Magnum. Other than that, I have to go grab food and treasure to upgrade more weapons. I do sell off our shotgun as it's empty, and with no more capacity upgrades, it's basically useless. After After that, I move on to the butcher's house where I can sneak past him and steal all his meat in the back room without even having to fight him. Moving on to the Lycan Fortress, I thought this was going to be really difficult, but in reality, it was pretty easy. I take out most of the threats by shooting one bullet thanks to these kegs of explosives everywhere, and along with the help of a pipe bomb, I get past all of these Lycans. After that, I thought I was in the clear until I realized Santa is on the other side of this wall. Apparently, I've been a naughty boy this year since he sends my ass flying with his giant hammer. Overall, Santa wasn't too difficult. I mean, I died a couple of times, but it's mainly boiled down to me not dodging the attacks properly. Other than that, I use the pipe bombs in the arena to blow them up, then lay down some landmines for extra damage, using my sniper rifle to finish him off. With him down, I then get to watch my favorite cooking show, Cooking with Heisenberg. Today on the menu, My Literal Child. Apparently, all you have to do is mix the parts together, then you cook on medium heat in this special oven called a woman. Cook for 9 to 10 months, and voila! You have yourself a newborn child. With that helpful program out of the way, we move on to Heisenberg's factory. I take a quick pit stop into the Duke to get some small upgrades done since we are getting close to the end. Here I upgrade the sniper's capacity along with the shotgun's capacity. I also boost the Magnum's firepower. With that done, it's time to move on to the final chapter of this run. Once at the factory, we have a friendly chat with Heisenberg. I tell him to go to hell, he throws me down a hole, and I have to run from the propeller guy. After escaping that freak, I end up finding so much scrap in this factory. The whole place is full of it. I start with more enemy stalling because I love having to do this so much. It just gives me a great deal of fun. Next up is grabbing the molds for the furnace. Getting the first mold is no problem, but the second mold is a little bit more complicated. You see, there's a bunch of enemies in the way of these cogs. Thankfully, I realized two things. One, I can run past these cogs without having to shoot them, turning them off. Second, the bad guys die when they get hit by the cog, meaning I kite the baddies into the cog, then just play a rhythm game of not being crushed to death, and end up looping back to the elevator where we meet up with the Duke, who has some new toys for us. Here I could buy myself a new pistol for more ammo and upgrade the shotgun's capacity. A little unlucky, I can't buy the new shotgun just yet, but that's gonna have to wait till later. The second floor of the factory is a cakewalk. With my boosted blocking power from all the food, I can just block most of the enemy attacks and juke the others. I did have to use some pistol bullets on the fan, but it shouldn't really matter as I can still upgrade the M1911. With the second floor completed, I have 2 molds to craft in the furnace room along with some last minute treasures to pick up. I do run into some complications getting there, but other than that, I make it to the furnace where I can juke some more drill guys. Once done, I get the ball for the treasure and the key for the end of the factory. With these 2 things, I make my way up to the ground floor where I struggle with the ball puzzle. By the way, I didn't even know you could rotate these things until now, but after that struggle, I sell off the treasures and get ready for the windmill boss guy. I start with a combination of mines and grenade rounds. I just keep pounding this guy with the combo until he's dead. Pretty easy. Right after this boss, though, Heisenberg catches me and tosses me down the whole factory. Thankfully, Chris is down there with a couple of presents. One being that my wife was a sussy imposter who vented into my house, hence the murdering of her, and a Gundam tank with a giant knife arm to go fight Heisenberg with. Suck it, Santa. I am a good boy this year. The first half of this fight is super easy, since I can use the tank to basically weaken him. It's when he throws me off the tank and I have to fight him on the ground that would cause a problem. Thankfully, around 10 sniper bullets is enough to take him down. After he's defeated, I get a phone call from Chris, but before I was able to talk to him, Mother Miranda heard I was baking myself a child, and she wants some of that for herself. I tell her that I'm only making enough for me, so she rips my heart out of my chest, so here we go. Apparently getting your fingers bitten off, your hands ripped in half, one hand chopped from my arm, chomped on by a giant monster, attacked by a giant fish, and getting your heart ripped out is a lot for someone to handle, cause Ethan quickly passes out afterwards. With Ethan dead, we get to play as Chris. I was originally really worried about this section because you can't craft any bullets as Chris Redfield, and he has no access to the Duke, meaning only the ammo in his inventory and in his gun is what I have to deal with. Thankfully, Chris is a Giga Chad Redfield with infinite ammo and a giant sky laser that he kept for Resident Evil 5. With this section basically being a breeze, he ends up finding Mia, the real Mia, and tells her Ethan's dead. She says Uno reverse card and somehow Ethan wakes up for no stupid story purpose at all. Now we have made it to the Miranda fight. The whole run ends here. Win or lose. For our last Duke of the run, I start by selling Heisenberg's remains and purchase the new shotgun. I upgrade the sniper and old shotgun's capacity, reloading the both of them, along with the new shotgun's capacity. I then craft a bunch of sniper bullets by using up the rest of my mats, meaning with no resources left, it's time for Miranda. This fight is very similar to Moreau, needing to learn how to dodge the attacks mainly just to live. I waste a lot of attempts on figuring out how to do this simple task. Once understanding how to dodge her attacks, I figure out that I have to use my shotgun when she's close and my sniper when she's in her flight form. The shotgun runs out of ammo first, meaning shifting into the sniper for the rest of the fight is my only hope, along with random mines and pipe bombs used at optimal time. After 45 minutes of attempts, I exhaust all my ammo, leaving me with only the sniper to try and finish this fight. Then, with 4 sniper bullets remaining, we win the run, killing Miranda! It's crazy to me how weak the Magnum felt in this fight, but I guess that's what happens when you only have 3 bullets for it. But the real MVP of the run goes to the sniper. It's crazy to think that missing 4 sniper bullets in the entire run is what could have made or broken this challenge. However, after this grueling challenge, I am proud to say that it is possible to beat Resident Evil Village without picking up any ammo on the hardcore difficulty. Thank you all so much for watching. If you're still here, hit that subscribe button. I am so close to 1,000 subscribers and it would mean the world to me if you could hit that button to help us reach our goal. Other than that, thank you all so much for watching this year's Resident Evil month. I'm gonna go take a nap now and dream of a world where Capcom released something. Come on guys, I'm starving here. Where's Resident Evil 9? Code Veronica remake? Resident Evil 5 remake? I don't even care at this point. I need something new. Stop dicking with Monster Hunter.